Good morning, it's Alex with your Main Street briefing for Monday, July 20th. Today, the Fed's next rate decision is 9 days out and a hike is suddenly on the table. Tariff costs are still landing on your price tags, and small business optimism just climbed back toward normal. 3 stories, 5 minutes, done. First up, the Fed. The Federal Reserve meets July 29th, and for the first time this year, a rate hike is a real possibility instead of a cut. CME's FedWatch tool puts the odds of a quarter-point increase at roughly 46%, a sharp swing from the spring, when almost every owner was penciling in cheaper money by summer. Here's where things stand. The Fed has held its benchmark at 3.5 to 3.75% across 4 straight meetings, and that keeps the Wall Street Journal prime rate parked at 6.75%. Prime is the number your variable loans and lines of credit are pegged to, so if it moves up a quarter point, your payment moves with it on the next billing cycle. The trigger is inflation, running above 4% and refusing to cool enough to let the Fed relax. For a business carrying a variable line, that flips your planning. You're no longer waiting for relief, you're managing a possible cost. What to watch? Before the 29th, pull your variable rate statements and calculate exactly what a quarter-point bump adds to your monthly payment. Because if it stings, locking a fixed SBA 504 now could beat waiting for a cut that may not come. Second, tariffs. Fresh New York Fed research out this month carries the warning right in the title. More tariff-driven price increases are still in the pipeline, even where the tariff rates themselves haven't budged. About 80% of firms have already passed at least some of their higher import costs to customers, and roughly 60% have absorbed some. So most owners are doing a painful mix of both. Here's the part that should get your attention. Nearly half of the businesses that have paid tariffs say they plan additional price increases still to come, and some are scheduling those hikes 6 months or more out. Direct tariff costs for small businesses now run near $85 billion a year. The operational read is simple. Your suppliers aren't finished raising prices, so the quote you locked in spring may quietly expire this fall, and a September reorder could cost more than the same order did in June. What to watch? Call your top 3 suppliers this week and ask point blank whether another tariff-related increase is coming before fall, so you can reorder ahead of it or reprice before your margin shrinks for you. Third, sentiment, and this one's good news. The NFIB Small Business Optimism Index rose 2.1 points in June to 97.4 in the reading released July 14th, and it's now within a hair of the 52-year average of 98. The rebound was real. The net share of owners expecting better conditions jumped 10 points, and the share expecting higher real sales rose 8. That's the first genuine improvement all year, which means your peers are finally seeing demand firm up. The catch is on the cost side. Inflation is back as the single most named problem at 21% of owners, the highest since October 2024, and the uncertainty index sits at 89, still above its norm. Here's the angle you can use. When a large share of owners are all planning price increases at once, it gives you cover to pass your own costs through, because customers are seeing higher prices everywhere and are less likely to walk. What to watch? Test a modest price increase on one product or service line this month, while competitors are raising theirs too, and track whether your volume actually moves before you roll it out further. That's your Main Street briefing for Monday. I'm Alex, back tomorrow with 3 more. Go run your day.